Shalom. This is Bishop Nathaniel of Israel United in Christ. I want to start off by saying thank you to all of our Booster Club members for your many donations and much more, your prayers. We visited faraway countries and strange lands. We've even spoken to dignitaries and were detained for spreading the glorious gospel in Cuba. The truth is that the descendants of the 12 tribes of Israel were scattered throughout the world. Help us on our journey as we continue to raise up the nation of Israel. 12 tribes worldwide. Join or donate today. Shalom.
All right. So today's topic is the persuasiveness of Satan. The persuasiveness of Satan. All right. So we're going to dive in a little bit. We're going to get some information about the physical Satan and then the spiritual part of it. All right, so we're going to dive into it. But I need some definitions first. So let's get the definition of persuade. Persuade.
Persuade. Cause someone to do something through reasoning or argument.
Okay. Let's scroll down a little bit or zoom out a tad bit so we can see the full screen.
Synonyms.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, let's read some synonyms.
Talk someone into, convince, entice, sway, influence, tempt, coerce.
So when we look at these words, persuading is geared towards making something mental here. So it's a mental thing to push somebody to do something or act a certain way or respond a certain way. So let's see. A big word that says, let's click on influence. Let's click on that.
Let me see what the first one.
Yeah.
The capacity to have an effect on the character, development, or behavior of someone or something.
So to persuade somebody is to influence them and have an effect on their character. And then it says development or behavior of someone or something. So to persuade, what we're gonna look into is to see what is going on in today's time, the history, and everything of what Satan has done to change the development of somebody, to influence somebody's behavior. Y'all with me? Okay, all praises. All right, give me one more. Go back to persuade real quick. All right, so drop down on it. There was another one. Go to I think it's number 2. Scroll up a little bit. You got to push. Yeah. That's it.
All right. Cause someone to believe something, especially after a sustained effort. Convince.
So have we not been seeing this in the world today? You cause somebody to believe something. You think what's been pushed around social media right now is causing other people to believe something? You said what? Exactly. Bishop gonna go into that though. But hey, now go drop down on the check.
All right.
Hey, drop down. No, go back up. It's more on the you can move me off the screen for a second. It's another word I'm looking for up there. No, there you go. It says tempt. Click on that.
Up to the right.
Right there.
Tempt. Entice or attempt to entice someone to do or acquire something that they find attractive, but know to be wrong or not beneficial.
This all is under persuasive, being persuaded. See, sometimes we got to look into the words. The Bible put it in there, put certain things in there. We got to just look into the words. So let's jump right into it. Give me Romans 15:4. So we're going to see some ways Satan move. So we got to find out who is Satan. What is Satan? The devil. Read what you got.
The book of Romans, chapter 15 and verse 4.
Come on.
For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we, through patience and comfort of the scriptures, might have hope.
So the Bible said things that were written aforetime was written for our learning. So he actually put characteristics of Satan in the Bible. So we can know who Satan is and know how to deal with Satan. How to overcome, how to conquer. It's written in the Bible. All right, now read go to Revelations 12 real quick. Let's get it. Let's see who the physical Satan is today. Let's get that. Revelations 12 and 9.
The book of Revelation, chapter 12 and verse 9.
Come on.
And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent, called the devil and Satan.
So that devil is Satan, the same thing. That old serpent. I got a question for you brothers. Who is that old serpent? What is that talking about? Some of you men have been here a minute. We got one in the back, Hakeem. Now, I ain't going to go into Revelations like that because Bishop did that. I just want to hit on a few key points in here. No, I can't hear you. What's up, man? Turn this mic on. What number, brother? Hey, just cry loud.
Hey, Shalom, leadership. It's going into Esau.
It's going into Esau. You got a precept, though? Because he said that old serpent. Who is that talking about? What is that? Who is that old serpent in past time? Okay, we got a brother, Mr. Afro Thunder here. All praise. What you got for me, Op?
Genesis 3 and verse 1.
Let's get it. Let's get Genesis real quick. So that old serpent, y'all, this is that old serpent. Now, but hold on. Before we get that, jump up in Revelation to verse 3. Because I want to hear something, because it's telling you it's somebody.
The book of Revelation, chapter 12 and verse 3.
And
there appeared another wonder in heaven.
Behold,
a great red dragon.
A great red dragon. Y'all just remember that, a great red dragon. Now go back to Genesis.
The book of Genesis, chapter 3 and verse 1. Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field, which the Lord God had made. And he said unto the woman, Yea, hath God said, Ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden? And the woman said unto the serpent, We may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden.
So this serpent right here, he's doing something. He's playing a role. But give me go to Micah real quick. We're going to show you the serpent. We're going to show you. Micah chapter 7. Seven and verse 16.
The book of Micah, chapter 7 and verse 16. My bad thing.
No, you good.
Is it not the nations? The nations, right?
Yeah.
Micah chapter 7 and verse 16. The nations shall see and be confounded at all their might.
So y'all got to pay attention to the wording, because if you don't pay attention, it just go over your head and you don't know who the serpent is. So read it one more time.
The nations.
The nations. So what is the nations? What is that? Just say it aloud. Somebody just say it. It's talking about people, right? So the nations, people, come on,
shall see and be confounded at all their might. They shall lay their hand upon their mouth.
Come on.
Their ears shall be deaf.
Read.
They shall lick the dust like a serpent.
Like a what?
Like a serpent.
So these nations, the people, were called serpents. So that's proven in Genesis that serpent is people. Y'all understand? All right. Now go back to Revelations. Revelations 12 and 9. Revelations 12 and 9. Let me get there real quick. All right, read it again.
The book of Revelation, chapter 12 and verse 9. And the great dragon was cast out. That old serpent.
That old serpent, and these nations, this people, this group of people, that old serpent, come on.
Called the devil and Satan. Which deceiveth the whole world.
So this serpent was going to deceive the whole world. Y'all getting where I'm going? Well, I'm going to show you. He said this serpent was going to deceive the whole world. Who got a precept? Who was going to deceive the whole world? Before you get there, jump back up, because I had a key point in verse 3. Read verse 3 one more time.
The book of Revelation, chapter 12 and verse 3.
Come on.
And there appeared another wonder in heaven.
And
behold, a great red dragon.
A great red dragon, who is called Satan when you read down, the devil. So who is this red dragon? We got one brother. Come on now, man. Where you veterans at? What you got, brother?
Esau.
Esau.
Genesis 25.
All praises. Let's get that. All praises. Start at verse 21.
The book of Genesis, chapter 25 and verse 21.
Come on.
And Isaac entreated the Lord for his wife, because she was barren. And the Lord was entreated of him. And Rebekah his wife conceived. And the children struggled together within her.
So look at this. So we already seeing some characteristics of these people in the stomach. They fighting already in the stomach. Read on.
And she said, if it be so, why am I thus?
And
she went to inquire of the Lord.
Come on.
And the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb.
So 2 nations are in the womb. Read.
And 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels.
So these are 2 totally separate people. Let's see. Come on.
And the one people shall be stronger than the other.
Read.
And the elder shall serve the younger.
So the elder was ordained to serve the younger right here. Read on.
And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb.
So she had twins in her womb. Come on.
And the first came out red, all over like an hairy garment.
The first was what?
Red, all over like an hairy garment.
So that red dragon is this person right here. Now, who is this person?
And they called his name Esau.
Esau, the progenitor of the white race, the so-called white race. That's their parent, right? Their father right there. Esau, the red dragon. Yeah, get that. No, actually don't get that. Go back to Revelation. Go read it again.
The book of Revelation, chapter 12 and verse 3.
Come on.
And there appeared another wonder in heaven. And behold, a great red dragon.
So that red dragon, read.
Having 7 heads and 10 horns. And 7
And
crowns upon his head.
Right, and jump down to verse 9 again.
Verse 9. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent.
So that red dragon was cast out, read on.
Called the devil and Satan. Which deceiveth the whole world.
Which deceiveth the whole world. Read on.
He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him.
So did y'all just catch what he just said? He said the devil was cast out, and his angels with him. So devil got a crew. You think he rolling by himself? He got a whole crew. Let's get some more. Give me Job chapter 9. Let's see who this devil that's controlling this, deceiving the whole world. Let's see. Yeah. Actually, before you get that, I need give me the definition of angel. Because you may hear, oh, angels, that's supposed to be a good thing. Let's see what angel means, though the word means.
Read that?
Yeah, the Greek understanding of it.
Angel, The word angel derives from the Greek angelos, meaning messenger.
It means what?
Messenger.
So yes, those evil angels that was cast out with him, they are his messengers. They want to go around whispering in your ears as well. So okay. But that's a spiritual and there's a flesh part of it. Now get Job. We showing you the physical Satan first. We're gonna dive into that. We gotta know because the dragon is wroth. The mug is flying. He everywhere. Read what you got.
The book of Job, chapter 9 and verse 24.
Come on.
The earth is given unto the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof.
The Bible said the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. That's how they can deceive the whole world. That's how. But read on.
If not, where and who is he?
He said he covered the judges thereof. That's where you see whitewashing. That's why you see, look, we ain't considered the judges now because he covered it. He running over everything. You got to go to him to learn about your history in the Bible. But he said, and if it's not him, who is it? Who is the person that's running over everything, that's ruling everything? Is it the Chinese man? Some people may say it is. Is it the African? It sure ain't the Africans. It's the Arabians. They came over and conquered over. Is it them? No, it's Esau, the red dragon, the red man. That's who is ruling over everything. The Bible said the wicked would do that. They would deceive the whole world. But read it one more time. We're going to get to see if Christ was on the same page as what this said.
Job 9 and 24.
Come on.
The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he?
Now go to Matthew real quick. Matthew 24. So that wicked, Christ was telling you that Christ said the same thing. Christ said it. He said, well, he already knew that, okay, the wicked was going to be ruling. So I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you something about them. Matthew 24 and start at verse 4.
The book of Matthew, chapter 24 and verse 4.
Come on.
And Jesus answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you.
The Bible said, take heed. Christ said, take heed that no man deceive you. Because remember, Revelation said what? They deceived the whole world. But Christ said, watch out now. You better take heed that no man deceive you. Read on.
For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many.
Didn't what Job just say? The wicked what? And they were going to change what does it say? Cover the faces of the judges. That's why we see that Christ said, okay, they were going to come in my name and say they Christ. That's why we can see whitewashing everywhere. Because they changed the faces of the judges. Of the ultimate judge right here. The one that's ruled, our king. Jump down to verse 24.
Verse 24.
Come on.
For there shall arise false Christs and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders.
There's great signs and wonders. Science. Think about this. For y'all to be able to see me on the TV screen through this camera right here, this wicked device, but it's good for us, at least for us to get the word out. But how is that happening? Like, that just came out of like, boof. These are great signs. They show great things to us. We can talk. I can call somebody right now in China. They show these great signs. They create these things for us or to slow us down. But keep going.
In so much that if it were possible, they shall deceive the very
now
elect.
Jump back up. I missed a point here. Just say it again. Read it again from the top.
For there shall arise false Christs.
False Christs.
And false prophets.
And false prophets. So those judges that were changed, now they're false prophets. Now there's false prophets out there. Yes. These are people. This is literally Satan right here. Read on.
And shall show great signs and wonders. In so much that, if it were possible, They shall deceive the very elect.
Some of the elect were deceived. We're going to read about some of the elect being deceived. But watch this. Go to Malachi. Because we still on that wicked man. We got to show you who he is. The devil, Satan. Matter of fact, pull up the, I had another one too. Pull up the word, I think I want that. Yeah, pull up the word Satan. And under the Cambridge Dictionary.
Satan, the name used by Christians and Jews for the devil.
For the devil.
Equals a powerful evil force.
A powerful evil force. So if y'all don't think Satan got power, something wrong with you. Read on.
And the enemy of God.
So Satan is what?
The enemy of God.
And Satan is ruling the earth right now. He is the enemy of God. So how dare people join up with Satan? How dare you go hand in hand with the enemy of God? This is a person, yes, but it's spiritual too. We're going to read it. We're going to prove it. Malachi? Yeah, give me that 1 and verse 2.
The book of Malachi, chapter 1 and verse 2. I have loved you, saith the Lord. Yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother, saith the Lord?
Read.
Yet I loved Jacob, and I hated Esau.
So he said he loved Jacob, and he hated Esau. That red man, the enemy, Satan. Read on.
And laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places.
So Edom said he are, now jump back up real quick, because we missed the point on here.
And I hated Esau, and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness.
In Revelation, call him a dragon, a red dragon. Let's go, keep going.
Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate
Edom,
places.
it just clarified, it just cleared it up. Yeah, it named one person Esau, but then it went to Edom, talking about the whole generation of them, all the people. Read on.
Saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places.
Look at the pride of them. They said, we impoverished, but we're going to build the desolate places. They've done it. Read.
Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down.
Best believe he going to throw it down, though. You can build it up, Babylon the Great, America. But God said he going to throw it down. Read on.
And they
Matter of fact, throwing it down sound like a Negro word to me. That lets you know Christ black. I'm going to throw it down. All praises, man. Keep going.
And they shall call them the border of wickedness.
The wicked ones was going to rule the whole world. That's what he talking. That's who he talking about. Esau, the red man. Read on.
And the people against whom the Lord hath indignation forever.
So God hate them. You say what? Exactly, the enemy of God, Satan. Look, we getting into it. We feeling it. We feeling it. All right, go to 1 John. 1 John. So now we didn't dissect it. Okay, now we know without a doubt Esau, that ruled the whole world, is the border of wickedness, Satan, the devil. Go to 1 John chapter 3 and verse 8. Let's see who else the devil. Let's see who else can be Satan.
The book of 1 John chapter 3 and verse 8.
Come on.
He that committed sin is of the devil.
Say what?
He that committed sin is of the devil.
So some of you, the ones that's walking in sin, is of the devil. Remember what I said, though. Why are you walking hand in hand with the enemy of God? Our people do this. Our people marry them. Read on.
For the devil sinneth from the beginning.
For the devil sinneth from the beginning. So he said, those that commit sin, y'all got to remember this. So if you start tripping, remember you're a devil. You start falling back, you're a devil. All right, go to Genesis chapter 4. We about to dive into some spiritual aspects now. It's still a little bit of the flesh, but it's going into the spirit part of it. Genesis chapter 4. Let me get there real quick. In verse 8. No, I'm sorry. Start at 1.
The book of Genesis, chapter 4 and verse 1.
Come on.
And Adam knew Eve, his wife, and she conceived and bare Cain, and said, I have gotten a man from the Lord. And she again bare his brother Abel. And Abel was a keeper of sheep, but Cain was a tiller of the ground.
So Abel was a keeper of the sheep, a prophet, and Cain was a tiller of the ground. So now it's a separation here. You got the sons of God and the son of man. Right here in the midst. But it said Abel, he was doing something good. We're going to read on it. Read about it. Keep going.
And in process of time, it came to pass that Cain brought of the fruit of the ground an offering unto the Lord. And Abel.
I want you to stop because I want to give people like a visual picture of this. Fruit is sweet, right? Raise your hand if you ever had a lollipop and heated it under the fire. Or any kind of sugar and heated it. Anybody done that? No, I got a few. Okay, y'all never heated like or you ever seen candy being made? If it burns, what happens? It starts smelling. It don't taste well. So you imagine them you imagine Cain coming to God to offer some fruit, and it starts smelling bad. It's burning up. It ain't a good savory smell. That's strike one right there. Hey, all praises. Keep going.
And Abel.
Wait, you send that to him? Send that real quick. Let's get some imagery real quick. Y'all look at this. Just on the IT group. Yeah. So it says Cain brought fruit. He brought fruit to offer to God. Hey, pull this image up real quick. The red one first. Let's see, all right, shout out to the IUIC. Speak on it, man.
This picture is from the IUIC Renaissance Facebook page. You want to see any biblical imagery, the things you're reading about? Visit that page, like that page, and share so our people can get the vision back, get the image back of what we really looked like when we was doing these things.
Yes, sir. Come on, IT. So that's Cain right there. Looking all coonish. Just coming up like, I got you. All in the wrong. He ain't got no dang fringes on. You know he was out of order. Now, well, he ain't have it. They wasn't in effect then. But like, dang, look at this. Now let's see a real prophet. Is he on there too?
Yeah, I sent them Abel as well.
Man, come on. I mean, who on the...
All right, you want me to read?
Hey, read on, man. Look at this. We're gonna show you Abel. Read.
Verse 4. And Abel he also brought of the firstlings of his flock and the fat and of the fat thereof.
So Abel, a wise brother right here. He brought what he was supposed to bring from what he was taught by his foreparents. Read on.
And the Lord had respect unto Abel and to his offering. But unto Cain and unto his offering he had no respect.
So God didn't have no respect for what Cain brought. He brought some stuff that started smelling bad because it's burning, getting all pasty on him and stuff. This is what happened. But read on.
And Cain was very wroth.
And Cain was what?
Very wroth.
And Cain was very wroth. What spirit is Cain in right now? He mad. He's so mad. Keep going.
And his countenance fell.
Come on.
And the Lord said unto Cain, why art thou wroth? And why is this thy countenance fallen? If thou do well, shalt thou not be accepted? And if thou doest not well, sin lieth at the door.
Come on.
And unto thee shall be his desire.
Read.
And thou shalt rule over him.
Keep going.
And Cain talked with Abel, his brother. And it came to pass when they were in
So
the
Cain was talking with his brother. Now you can imagine can you imagine what conversations go on with you and your brother, right? And you getting corrected, you kind of a little upset. You already heated. God got on you. God came to you like, Cain, what you doing, bro? You tripping. You know you ain't supposed to bring no fruit. So then you already got rebuked by God. You go down and meet your brother and start talking to him, want to get cheered up. But he going to correct you because that's what prophet's supposed to do, right? He's supposed to guide you the right way. Like, brother, you tripping. You going to go to the Holy One for that? With that? And then what happened? Keep going.
That Cain rose up against Abel, his brother, and slew him.
And slew him. So, you gotta think about this, though. What kind of spirit you think was on Cain to kill his brother? Say what? Jealousy. This spiritual Satan too, though. Think about it. He was persuaded. Look at this. It jumped on him because he got corrected. He was in the wrong. He was the one who was in the wrong. Then he got jealous when God accepted his, knowing he should have done it the same way, and got mad and had to kill it and killed his brother. Go to give me 1 Thessalonians 4:8. This really what happened in the midst of them talking.
The book of 1 Thessalonians, chapter 4 and verse 8.
Come on.
Whom I have sent unto you for the same purpose. First Thessalonians 4 and 8. He that therefore that despiseth not man.
We think that he was mad at his brother. He wasn't mad at his brother for getting corrected. Who was he mad at?
Despiseth not man, but God.
But who?
But God.
He was mad at God, and he took it out on his brother. Believe it or not, if he could kill God, he would have tried. But he said, well, I'm going to kill my brother. I'm going to show you. And tell me what to do. A spirit came on him. This man was persuaded, man. Satan took over him. It was his fault, though. Let's go back. Go to go back to Genesis 4 and 7. Let's see.
The book of Genesis, chapter 4 and verse 7. If thou do well, shalt thou not be accepted? If thou doest not well, sin lieth at the door.
Sin lieth at the door. What is this door? Let's go to Revelations. Revelations 3 and 20.
The book of Revelation, chapter 3 and verse 20. Behold, I stand at the door and knock. If any man hear my voice and open the door, I will come into him.
So this door is going into his mind. He said he's standing at the door and knock. And he said, if anybody hear my voice, I'll open the door to them. And read.
I will come in to him and will sup with him and he with me.
And sup with him and he with me. He would deal with them. So if you acting in what's the word I'm looking for? If you're using wisdom and following what the commandments say, if you do well, exactly. If you do well, what's gonna happen?
Genesis chapter 4 and verse.
The middle part. I will what?
I will come into him and will sup with him and he with me.
He's gonna deal with you. But when we read Genesis, it said something else happened. Read Genesis.
Genesis chapter 4 and verse 7. If thou do well, shalt thou not be accepted? And if thou doest not well, sin lieth at the door.
But sin was at his door. Because he got mad because God didn't accept his fruit. No dang fruit. Y'all got to understand, Satan is a spiritual and it's a flesh thing. Go to Genesis, not Genesis, but go to Micah. Genesis 4 and 17, my bad. Genesis chapter 4 and verse 17.
The book of Genesis, chapter 4 and verse 17.
Come on.
And Cain knew his wife, and she conceived and bare Enoch. And he builded a city and called the name of the city after the name of his son.
So we going to go into some spirits that the generation of Cain had. Read.
Enoch. And unto Enoch was born Irad.
So he built a city, and it was Enoch city, right? And the Enoch what? Keep going.
And unto Enoch was born Irad.
Uh-huh.
And Irad beget Mehuel.
Jump down to verse 22.
Verse 22.
Uh-huh.
And Zillah, she also bare Tubal, Cain. And an instructor of every artificer in brass and iron.
And what?
Instructor of every artificer in brass and iron.
Why was he like wise at brass and iron? I can't hear you. Weapons. Now, leadership brought this out. Y'all, if y'all want to do it, go back to 4 chapters a day. Captain Hoshai went into this. But you got to think about this. These people were spiritually, like, something wrong with your spirit to just be making weapons. For what? Why? That spirit of Cain, you already got the spirit of killing somebody. So you going to weigh weapons to ready for war. We got to understand, that's the same mindset Esau got today. Think about this. Everywhere they put their foot in, is they done had war or destroyed that place. That's Esau. Look, Satan the persuasiveness of Satan allowed this to happen. Go to Job real quick. Let's dive into some more spirits, some spiritual aspects of Satan. Satan conquering people. Job chapter 1 and start at verse 6.
The book of Job chapter 1 and verse 6.
Uh-huh.
Now there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord.
Uh-huh.
And Satan came also among them. And the Lord said unto Satan, Whence comest thou? Then Satan answered the Lord and said, From going to and fro in the earth, and from walking up and down in it.
So Satan was doing his work. He was doing his job. He was going to and fro, meaning his spirit was up on people. Read on.
Verse 8. And the Lord said unto Satan, Hast thou considered my servant Job?
Now that's what I want to understand. I'm going to come back to Job, but I need to go to Genesis first. So Satan was already doing his work. He was on earth to and fro. Let's see something in the history of how Satan attacked somebody. Let's see this. Genesis 19. Genesis 19 and verse 15 through 26.
The book of Genesis, chapter 19 and verse 15.
Uh-huh.
And when the morning arose, then the angels hastened Lot, saying, Arise, take thy wife and thy 2 daughters, which are here.
So I'm pretty sure a lot of people everybody know about Genesis 19 dealing with Lot, right? About the homosexual sodomites. So we know that's a spirit, right? You ain't born that way. If y'all watched Deacon Abiel class last night, that video here, you're not born gay. There's not a gay gene. So that was a spirit. But watch what had to happen. Read on.
Lest thou be consumed in the iniquity of the city.
Uh-huh.
And while he lingered, the men laid hold upon his head, and upon the hand of his wife,
Uh-huh.
and upon the head of his 2 daughters, and the Lord being merciful unto him. And they brought him forth and set him without the city. And it came to pass, when they had brought them forth abroad, that he said, Escape for thy life, look not behind thee.
So he said, escape, don't look behind you. Read.
Neither stay thou in all the plain. Escape to the mountain, lest thou be consumed.
Uh-huh.
And Lot said unto them, O not so, my Lord. Behold now, thy servant hath found grace in thy sight, and thou hast magnified thy mercy, which thou hast showed unto me in saving my life.
Uh-huh.
And I cannot escape to the mountain, lest some evil take me and I die.
So he trying to go a different route. Read on.
Behold now, this city is near to flee unto, and it is a little one. Oh, let me escape thither. Is it not a little one? And my soul shall live. And he said unto him, See, I have accepted thee concerning this thing, that I will not overthrow this city, for the which thou hast spoken. Haste thee.
Jump down and get to the point. Watch this. Verse 26.
Verse 26.
Come on.
But his wife looked back from
Now
behind.
jump to 24. We need to see how they were destroyed. Read it.
Verse 24. Then the Lord rained upon Sodom and upon Gomorrah.
He rained upon Sodom and Gomorrah.
Brimstone and fire.
And fire. Read on.
From the Lord out of heaven. And he overthrew those cities and all the plain and all the inhabitants of the cities.
Come on.
And that which grew upon the ground. But his wife looked back from behind him.
Look back. Satan already did his job. He done came. Remember, Job said he was to and fro on the earth. That's what Satan was doing. That spiritual Satan was jumping on people. So what spirit did she have? What y'all got? What kind of spirit did she have for her to look back? Raphael, Officer Raphael.
She had a doubtful spirit.
Nah, you ain't there, brother. To look back, remember, was Lot a broke man?
No.
So what's she looking back at? Go pass it behind you.
An unbelieving spirit.
She didn't believe, but that's not what I want. You was gonna say the same thing? Somebody else, who got it? I'm the brother in the plumber, yeah.
A covetous spirit.
A what?
A covetous spirit.
All praises. She had a covetous spirit. That was look, Satan persuaded her to say, oh, just go look back. Well, we gonna miss all this stuff right here. No, don't do it. She didn't know the judgment. He already told her, don't look back. There was no need to look back. Look, ever since that happened, they don't even know what she would have got. But look, she looked back. This is the spirit of Satan. Satan to do this. Physically and spiritually. All right? Let's go to Job. Let's go back to Job. Before you get there, get Psalms. Psalm 78 and 49. Read what you got out.
He said 78 and
49. Yes, sir.
The book of Psalms, chapter 78 and verse 49. He cast upon them the fierceness of his anger, wrath and indignation and trouble.
How he doing this?
By sending evil angels among them.
So he's sending evil angels amongst them. That's how they be able to get in these spirits. Remember, he walking around on the earth, right? Like we read in Job, he in there to and fro. He's sending evil angels. So that's a spirit that's jumping on people. These angels are persuading people, right? All right. Go back to Job. Let's see how the evil angel tried to attack Job. Let's read verse Job 2 and 1.
The book of Job, chapter 2 and verse 1.
Come on.
Again, there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord. And Satan came also among them to present himself before the Lord.
Come on.
And the Lord said unto Satan, from whence comest thou? And Satan answered the Lord and said, from going to and fro in the earth.
Right. So he was going to and from the earth. So look, he's saying the same thing. Before, when you read the previous chapter, he destroyed his kids, lost a lot of stuff, right? But read on.
And from walking up and down in it.
Come on.
And the Lord said unto Satan, hast thou considered my servant Job?
Hey, what's that coming seasons? Luke, give me that real quick. Because it was a period of time. So he asked him again, have you considered Job? Satan didn't go say, I already done that. No, you remember he come like this. Read what you got.
The book of Luke, chapter 4 and verse 13. And when the devil had ended all the temptation, he departed from him for a season.
He what?
Departed from him for a season.
He departed for a season. For a season. So God was like, it's time that season came. It's up. Let's go back. Let's see Job. Let's try Job. Let's go.
The book of Job, chapter 2 and verse 3.
Uh-huh.
And the Lord said unto Satan, hast thou considered my servant Job?
Read.
That there is none like him in the earth, a perfect and upright man, one that feareth God and is.
So after all that, he's still perfect. He didn't say, curse you, God. He didn't say nothing like that. But read on.
And escheweth evil, and still he holdeth fast his integrity, although thou movest me against him to destroy him without cause.
Keep going.
And Satan answered the Lord and said, skin for skin, yea, all that a man hath will he give for his life.
Keep going.
But put forth thine hand now, and touch his bone and his flesh, and he will curse thee to thy face.
He said he gonna curse you. Let's see. Keep going.
And the Lord said unto Satan, behold, he is in thine hand, but save his life. So went Satan forth from the presence of the Lord, and smote Job with sore biles, and the sole of his foot unto his crown.
So this Satan put some stuff on Job. Job is in pain now. But keep going.
And he took him a potsherd to scrape himself withal. And he sat down among the ashes.
Read.
And then said his wife unto him, dost thou still retain thine integrity? Curse God and die.
So you see here, Satan is gonna try you, right? But it's not necessarily always going through you. He gonna persuade your wife, your brother right next to you, your sister right next to you, to see how you gonna act. So Satan jumped quickly on his wife. So went through all that and Satan, that ain't work. Let me go and see what his wife gonna do. But she said, what?
Curse God and die.
She said, curse God and die. That's gotta be Satan. Satan doing his job well. It's us that need to work on that. All right, keep going.
Verse 10.
Come on.
But he said unto her, thou speakest as one of the foolish women speaketh.
Uh-huh.
What? Shall we receive good at the hand of God, and shall we not receive evil? In all this did not Job sin with his lips.
Y'all got to understand. He said we're going to receive good and not receive evil. Meaning because we read in Psalms, what is that, 26 and 2? Try the spirit. He going to try us to see if we going to actually live up to him, stay faithful to him. But look, he'll do it through your wife. Your brother that you close to, he'll jump on them. You can't hold it against them. You just gotta know this. Oh, Satan is doing something. Satan is doing something. Go where we at? Go to Matthew. Matthew chapter 26. So we're gonna read some more. Satan is out here. Start at verse 15.
The book of Matthew, chapter 26 and verse 15. And said unto them, what will ye give me? And I will deliver him unto you.
Now, I skipped a lot. It's a lot of history in the Bible that goes on how Satan is dealing, persuading people. You can read about it throughout the whole Bible. But I'm hitting key points here. You say what? Oh, yeah. You can start there. But I'm hitting key points here.
The book of Matthew, chapter 26 and verse 14.
Uh-huh.
Then one of the 12, called Iscariot, went unto the chief priests, and said unto them, what will ye give me? And I will deliver him unto you. And they covenanted with him for 30 pieces of silver.
So this is Judas, right? And they covenanted, they made a agreement with Judas. I'm going to give you what?
And they covenanted with him for 30 pieces of silver.
For 30 pieces of silver. What was he supposed to do? Read.
And from that time, he sought opportunity to betray him.
He was going to betray Christ. So now we're going to see some stuff here. So we got a spirit of hatred towards God. We got a spirit of covetousness, or you want to say lust. Now we got a spirit of what? Moolah, dinero, money. Read.
Verse 17.
Uh-huh.
Now the first day of the Feast of Unleavened Bread, the disciples came to Jesus, saying unto him, where wilt thou that we prepare for thee to eat the Passover?
Uh-huh.
And he said, go into the city to such a man, and say unto him, the master saith, my time is at hand. I will keep the Passover at thy house with my disciples.
So he at the Passover. At the Passover? He here. About to break bread with all the prophets. Read on.
Verse 19.
Come on.
And the disciples did as Jesus had appointed them, and they made ready the Passover.
Keep going.
Now when the even was come, he sat down with the 12. And as they did eat, he said, verily I say unto you, that one of you shall betray me.
If that ain't no warning, I'd have been like, what are you talking? Oh, how you know that? You already know how you know it. That's how you know your mind is blocked out. You know Satan the one over you because you can't even see that he knowing that you gonna do this and you already planned it. And Satan had blocked your mind for you to be like, well, it's time for me to not even worry about this. I repent from that. But no, he kept it. He kept what he said for the 30 pieces. Read on.
Verse 22.
Come on.
And they were exceeding sorrowful, and began every one of them to say unto him, Lord, is it I?
Is it I? Every one of them said it. But the devil had to block your mind to be like, is it I? I ain't gonna do it, and you still do it. Read on.
And he answered and said, he that dippeth his hand with me in the dish, the same shall betray me.
Keep going.
The Son of Man goeth as it is written of him. But woe unto that man by whom the Son of Man is betrayed.
Read.
It
It
had-
said, woe, destruction to that man by the one that betrayed the Son of God. Read on.
It had been good for that man if he had not been born.
He shouldn't even been born. That's letting you know it's going to be some stuff for this guy. But read on.
Verse 25. Then Judas, which betrayed him, answered and said, Master, is it I?
Is it I? Keep going.
He said unto him, thou hast said. And as they were eating, Jesus...
What your sign say? Thou knowest. That's what he said. You know who it is. You said it. Read on.
And as they were eating, Jesus took bread and blessed it and brake it and gave it to the disciples and said, take, eat, this is my body. And he took the cup and gave thanks and gave it to them, saying, drink ye all of it. For this is my blood of the New Testament, which is shed for many for the remission of sins. But I say unto you, I will
Get
not...
to the point. Go to, what verse? I think it's 40. Give me 1 second here. Actually, I wanted to stop on that because I'm going to come back to something. Go to Matthew real quick. Matthew 12 and 43. Matthew 12 and 43. So now we're looking at Judas. His mind is just gone, saying, is it I? And everything. Because he wanted that 30 pieces of silver. They had to be some super shiny silver. It couldn't, look, it didn't even matter. It's 30 pieces. That's nothing. This guy had to be gone. But Satan, man, he got that skill, persuasiveness. He can influence you to do something. All right? Read what you got, verse 43.
43.
Yes, sir.
The book of Matthew, chapter 12 and verse 43.
Come on.
When the unclean spirit is gone out of a man, he walketh through dry places, seeking rest, and findeth none.
Keep going.
Then he saith, I will return into my house from whence I came out.
So that spirit then left, trying to seek. And then he said, I'm going to go back to that house. That same person, because remember, we read history of Judas, he was already that type of dude. You know, he was over the money, so he was already that, not everybody over money like that, but he was. He had a spirit of covetousness on money. So that spirit went out. But then he had to come and return because he still had that. He still was really, he has not repented. He didn't change his ways. So that spirit had to come back. And what happened? Keep going.
Then he saith, I will return into my house from whence I came out. And when he is come, he findeth it empty, swept, and garnished.
Read.
Then goeth he and taketh with himself 7 other spirits.
So you got to understand, when you going through something, you battling something, and you ain't overcame, and you ain't asked for help to overcome that, and you still going to that sin, you ain't running from that lust, that sin that you in, you going to bring more spirits. So them angels that came, we read about in Revelations, those minions, now they coming. They coming. They about to run up in there. This place empty as heck. Shoot, I don't see nothing about laws up in here. Let me go in here with him. You know he gonna leave the door open. But read on. Is that it on that?
No, sir.
Keep going.
More wicked than himself.
He gonna bring more wicked. More wicked. You went from stealing to betrayal, the ultimate betrayal, for 30 pieces of silver. This is crazy. But Satan, man, he got the skill. He can persuade you. But there's a way to overcome that. We're going to get there, though. It's a way to conquer that. Let's go. Let's go to Matthew 8. Oh, I'm sorry. Finish it.
And they enter in and dwelled there.
So they entered in and they dwelled there. They chilling with him. They on the sofa with their legs pulled out. Come on.
And the last state of that man is worse than the first.
Now the last is worse than the first. Because you know after Judas done what he did, what happened? He committed suicide. He already knew. He didn't even really want the money. Satan was already just, boom, he just conquered him. He let 7 more in, man, and they just made him worse. Read on. You said the even. Oh, yeah. You already read that part?
I read it again.
Read it again.
Even so shall it be also unto the wicked generation.
Unto the wicked generation. It's still the same way today. You've seen it. If some of y'all been watching the history of IUIC, man, it's been there. It's been like that. Of any congregation, it's like that. You got people that's betraying today. And it's a lot of spirits that they bring with them. A lot of spirits. Go to Matthew 8. So what I'm saying is we got to look out. There's ways to be able to conquer these things. But we got to look out. But we got to know Satan. We got to know how he works. He working all the little things that you deal with. Satan is right there. Whether it be smoking, whether it be getting drunk, you're an alcoholic, you can't just get over it. Whether it be lust of women, lust of money, power, whatever you battling, Satan is right there. That's Satan. Are you going to be an enemy of God? Or are you going to be a friend of God? That's up to you. That's up to you. That's up to each and every individual. Verse 29.
The book of Matthew, chapter 8 and verse 29.
Come on.
And behold, they cried out, saying, what have we to do with thee, Jesus, thou Son of God? Art thou come hither to torment us before the time? And there was a good way off from them, and herd of many swine feeding. So
this is, I'm sorry, jump up to one verse. Jump up one verse. Verse 28.
Verse 28. And when he was come to the other side, into the country of the Gergesenes, there met him 2 possessed with devils.
2 people were possessed with devils. Watch this.
Coming out of the tomb, exceeding fierce, so that no man might pass by that way.
Some rude dudes, some mean dudes. Come on.
And behold, they cried out, saying, what have we to do with thee, Jesus, thou Son of God?
What we got to do with you? What's up? Why you here? Read.
Art thou come hither to torment us before the time?
Come on.
And there was a good way off from them, and herd of many swine feeding.
So now, some swine is out here, a little ways away, feeding. Read on.
So the devils besought him.
Read.
Saying, if thou cast us out, suffer us to go away into the herd of swine.
Uh-huh.
And he said,
So
unto,
I got a question. Is a herd of swine, is it 2 swine? It's not, right? But it was 2 men, right? All these spirits went into these swines? That means these 2 men had some spirits on them. But that's Satan, though. He'll do that. He'll control your whole body. What's the movie, say it. What's the name of the movie, y'all? The one where the dude was changing. No, the new one. The one that came out like last year. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The white dude was changing into all these dang 23 something. Switch. That's what it was. I didn't know what you. Hey, all praises. So switch. Bro, look, that's for real. These spirits, that's why when we read Deuteronomy 28, verse 28 and 29, say crazy, right? These spirits lit up on our people. Multiple. But what happened here in this scenario? Read on.
And he said unto them,
Go.
And when they were come out, they went into the herd of swine. And behold, the whole herd of swine ran violently down a steep place into the sea and perished in the waters.
And then they went and died in the waters. But it was only 2 men. But the whole herd ran. All these spirits came upon them because they were battling one and they ain't let it go. But Satan will do that. He'll persuade you and say, okay, this is really what you want. Go, that's what you want. You really like that. You really like that. Go to it. No, don't go to it. Run. We're going to show you how to overcome. But go to Matthew 26 and 41. Matthew 26 and 41. Yes, sir.
The book of Matthew, chapter 26 and verse 41.
Come on.
Watch and pray that ye enter not into temptation.
So this is what we must do. Christ said it. Watch and pray that you don't go into temptation. Read.
The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak.
Believe it or not, the spirit is willing to do right, but the flesh is weak. We can overcome. The spirit is dealing with God, applying the commandments. So you got to be mindful. You got to watch and pray. Go to Proverbs 3. But this is what we tend to do. We tend to lean on our own understanding. We don't want to reach out to brothers or sisters. And then Satan won. You let Satan get the victory.
3 and 5.
Yes, sir.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 3 and verse 5. Trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding.
He said, don't lean unto your own understanding. Don't do it. Because when you do that, what do you think happened when you do that? If you lean on your understanding, what is that? Well, what is let me see if I can phrase this right. Describe our heart. Leaning on your own understanding. You got something?
Jeremiah 17:9.
Jeremiah 7. Let's get that. Yes, sir.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 17 and verse 9. The heart is deceitful above all things.
So you can't lean on to your own understanding because it's deceitful. Your mind, look, our mind told us to build a calf and not get into the kingdom of heaven. To build a golden calf when not want to wait on Moses. Saying now we in captivity now. Now look at us. Look at the state that we are in now. We died in the streets, no justice, because we leaned on our own mind. We were deceived. We deceive ourselves. But look, remember it said if you sin, you are the devil. Meaning we were Satan at that point. We were the devil. Read on.
And desperately wicked.
Desperately wicked. Come on.
Who can know it?
Our mind was desperately wicked. But read on.
Verse 10. I, the Lord, search the heart. I try the rein. even to give every man according to his ways.
He said he was going to give every man according to his ways. Meaning, okay, you want to stay in lust? There you go. 7 more demons. I'm going to give you to your way. There you go. If you living in sin, there you go. But how must your heart be? It has to be changed to the ways of God, so he can give us to the right way. Y'all with me? All praises. Go to 1 Corinthians 15-33. Because he said the heart is deceitful. Watch what the Bible says.
The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 15 and verse 33.
Come on.
Be not deceived. Evil communications corrupt good manners.
So the Bible said evil communication corrupt good manners. Don't be deceived. Meaning what? Don't lean on your own understanding. Because the good manners is what? Like Abel did, sacrificing the right things. Being a prophet, serving God the right way, keeping the laws. That's the right thing. All right? Go to 2nd Ezra. Give me I want to hit a point too. Give me 1 Timothy. Because we know Judas had a spirit, chapter 6. And this spirit, remember I said we're going to hit in the past. So now we're going to see something in the present right now. Let's see. Read what you got.
1 Timothy 6, what verse you want?
I think it's 10, I think. Let me see here. Yeah.
The book of 1 Timothy, chapter 6 and verse 10.
Jump up a verse.
Verse 9. But they that will be rich fall into temptation and a snare.
And a snare, read.
And into many foolish and hurtful lusts.
Lust. Many spirits on them, read.
Which drown men in destruction and perdition.
Destroys them. Come on.
For the love of money is the root of all evil.
The love of money is what?
The root of all evil.
Are we not seeing that today, y'all? We are. Can I get that image? The image that I had. I'm sure y'all seen this on social media. Read that.
I apologize to the Jewish community. I was wrong. And he balled up the "We Are the Israelites," right?
Right. But he balled it up. He knew who knew. But look who behind him.
Right.
Satan. Literal Satan right there. The root of evil. The money is the root of all evil. What's on his mouth? Money. So look, that's why it was when we read let's go to Matthew. Let's get this. Matthew 19. The one about the rich. (24)
The book of Matthew, chapter 19 and verse 24.
Come on.
And again I say unto you, it is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter into the kingdom of heaven. I mean, the kingdom of God. My apologies.
Yeah, read it again. You just threw me off.
Than for a rich man to enter into the kingdom of God.
For a rich man to enter into the kingdom of God. Why is that? Because they love the things they got. They love the money. They love the cars, the clothes, like the song say, the hoes. They love all that. God said it's gonna be hard for them to get in the kingdom. So what happened? Nick Cannon, what? He said, I'm an Israelite. He know. Well, yeah, the Jews are black, but the love of money, he had to cover his mouth and say, put the picture up again. What'd he say? This is what he said. What is it do? Deshaun's action? This is what they're saying right here. The image one more time.
I apologize to the Jewish community. I was wrong.
I was wrong. Man, hold on, man. I want to pull one more thing. Go ahead.
McKenna said the black people turned their back on him when he apologized. Because after he apologized, black people started roasting his ass. He got mad.
Hey, you got something, man? I need to find something real quick. If you got a scripture or something.
You looking for that screenshot?
Now, I had another thing that proves this right here. But let me see here. I think I'll find it here. Let's go to Psalms real quick. Nope, Matthew 6 and 9. So look, we gotta ask the Most High, what must we do? How can we change to make sure we're right? Get our minds right.
The book of Matthew, chapter 6 and verse 9.
This is what we gotta do. We gotta pray to God, the Lord's Prayer. Read.
After this manner, therefore, pray ye.
Uh-huh.
Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread.
Provide for me, Lord. Read.
And forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead
so what we done, forgive us as we forgive those that done something to us. Read.
And lead us not into temptation.
The key point, he said what?
Lead us not into temptation. But deliver us from evil.
So we got to ask for that so we won't fall. Don't allow Satan to come up on me and take me over. Watch and pray. Remember what we read? Watch and pray. That's what we got to do. Read on.
For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. Amen.
So this is what we got to do. What we must do is pray to God. Read this Lord's Prayer. Sincerely believe it. So these things won't overcome us. So Satan, the persuasiveness of Satan can't conquer you when you dwelling with God. When you chilling with the Most High, when you supping with God, he got you. You imagine you sitting with God, supping with God, just chilling. You think how is Satan gonna be sitting there like, hey, how's Satan gonna do that? It ain't the time. It's wrong. Look, you in the wrong season, Satan. Hold on, I'm chilling right here with him. Imagine that. Go to Romans 12. So, this is what we got to do. So what we read was, in the past, we read, so the first one was what? They were with the love of, you had lust, you had what else? I can't hear you. Hatred of God, hatred of your brother. You had what else? Envy, but you had what else? Covetousness. So these things are of what? Of the world. Read what you got. Romans 12 and 2.
The book of Romans, chapter 12 and verse 2.
So in order for us to conquer Satan, we got to apply the scriptures. Read what you got.
And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind.
The Bible says, be ye transformed by the what?
Renewing of your mind.
The changing of your mind. You got to you can't be conformed to the world, the things of the world. Because remember, go to 2 Corinthians 10. 10 and start at verse 3.
The book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 10 and verse 3.
Come on.
For though we walk in the flesh, we do not war after the flesh.
Because we're in this war, right? But it's not after flesh. So the things of this world, it's a different thing. We got to change our minds with this. We got to be converted from off of the thinking of the flesh. Read on.
For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal.
Because it ain't carnal. It's what?
But mighty through God to the pulling down of strongholds.
So it's not carnal. It's pulling down strongholds, the things that's in your mind, what Satan has done. Because remember, even communication, you turn on the TV, and I seen a video, man. I wish I wasn't thinking of it when I was doing the class. I seen a video. The lady was mad, like, it was like a 2-minute video, and it was about a cartoon. And it was, the cartoon was like the black dude, the little black boy walking in the streets. And next thing you know, the cops like, hands up or something. He said, the boy ain't have nothing. It's a cartoon. She was like outraged. It's like, this cartoon, kids see this, and it was straight up racism. But look, these are even communications. Is that it? Nah, it was another one. They literally the cartoon, man. The police was like, hands up, don't shoot. And then next thing you know, he put his hands up, and then the dude come over and choke him. Choking the little boy, choking him. Like, stay down, don't resist. This is a little dude. And then meanwhile, the police is like huge, like big. Yes, send that. This is what Satan do right here. But this is how you know it's not a physical war. We think because we're getting shot down in the streets, it's wartime, and now you got crazy black dudes walking around in the streets with guns. It has never been about a physical war. Remember, it was the mind. You were destroyed from Deuteronomy 28 from your mind. Read this. Is that the same thing? Play that. Oh, man, that's long as heck. This is the spiritual war right here. Stop. Pause it. Why they gotta be hilarious? Why is the title saying hilarious police state cartoon? This is ridiculous. This is not hilarious. We died in the streets and it's saying hilarious. Too funny. Come on, play it.
Hey, what are you doing? Huh? Jaywalking, stop right there.
What?
Stop right there.
Stop.
Well, no. Stop, no. Get down right now. Get down on the ground.
Look how big this police dude is. But our kids watch this. Play.
Arrest. No, cooperate. You know jaywalking is against the law. It's a federal offense. What are you doing? Don't you move. Don't you touch me. Don't you touch me.
Hold on. He said, I can't breathe. Y'all hear that? I can't breathe. He didn't hit him. But watch this.
Back up. This is Officer Shooter responding to a request for backup. What seems to be the problem here? This man was jaywalking.
Stop. Pause it. What does the X's mean on eyes? Dead. He done killed the dude already. Watch this.
Stand back, let me handle this. Son, put your hands up right now. Son, I'm asking you to put your hands up. Son, if you do not put your hands up, I'll be forced to use this fire to dispose of your threat. Son, are you listening to me? Don't you play dumb, son. He's reaching for... All right, you asked for it, motherfucker.
All right, that's enough. Y'all get the point? It is not a flesh warfare. This is spiritual. But you want to walk around in your lust. You want to deal with all these things and think Satan can't persuade you to do something different. Bro, man, we got to change this world we can't be about. But finish that.
Verse 5.
Come on.
Casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalted itself against the knowledge of God, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Christ.
Right, subduing these things. We got to cast these things down. These things are plaguing our communities. That evil communication is on TV in front of your kids. SpongeBob, the gay sponge. How two men gonna have a baby? It's not happening. And these ain't even men. These little cartoons haven't, but what they doing is the spiritual warfare. Persuasiveness for Satan. I'm gonna start young. That's why you can say I'm born gay, because you was already watching gay stuff. You was around stuff allowing you to act gay, so now you gay when you young. Satan, he did his job well. The actual man, Satan, the white man, and the spiritual Satan, he has done it. But how can we fight this? Romans 12 again. Romans 12.
The book of Romans, chapter 12 and verse 2. And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good, that acceptable and perfect will of God.
Right, the perfect will of God. We got to be transformed. We got to not allow these things to conquer us by saying, hey, it ain't all about the material. It's not all about the money. That's not it. This is what we got to do. Follow the guidelines. Go to 2nd Ezra. I don't have much more, y'all. I got a few more scriptures. Yeah.
The book of second.
Let me get there real quick. Go ahead.
The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 14 and verse 34.
Uh-huh.
Therefore, if so be that you will subdue your own understanding and reform your hearts.
And reform your hearts. This is how you change yourself. Subduing your understanding, bringing it to captivity your mind. Subduing it. He said, and reform your hearts, change your hearts, read.
Ye shall be kept alive.
And you gonna live. When you do this, when you come back to God, follow the ways of the Bible. Read.
And after death, ye shall obtain mercy.
And after that, you shall obtain mercy. So what must we do? When we going through stuff, we got to apply the scriptures. Sirach 18 and 30. We got to apply the scriptures. Listen, lust ain't just about sex. Lust is dealing with if you coveting after stuff, that's a lust upon you. Read what you got.
The book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 18 and verse 30.
Come on.
Go not after thy lust,
Uh-huh.
but refrain thyself from thine appetite.
So you're not supposed to go after your lust. Refrain from that. Because if you go after it, guess what? 7 more demons. 7 more demons. That's just a number in the Bible. Remember, there was 2 men and multiple swine. That means it was more than 7 on one of them or both of them. Think about it. Satan is doing his job. It's time for us as Israelite men and women to apply the commandments of God so he can allow us to live, so we can make it to the kingdom, so we can conquer Satan. All right? Now go back to go to 2nd Ezra again. If y'all want to hit on something pertaining to like something we got to do to change, y'all can. But go to 2nd Ezra 7 and start at verse. Start at verse 20.
The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 7 and verse 20.
So when you read 2nd Ezra 7, it's talking when at the beginning of it, it's going into the ways to get into heaven. It's narrow. It's narrow. So, but the entrance, now I want to get that real quick.
Verse 7.
Yeah, start at verse 7.
2nd Ezra, chapter 7 and verse 7.
Come on.
The entrance thereof is narrow, and is set in a dangerous place to fall.
Uh-huh.
Like as if there were a fire on the right hand.
Now jump up a verse.
Verse 6. There is also another thing. A city is builded and set upon a broad field, and is full of all good things.
This is full of all good things, but read.
Verse 7. The entrance thereof is narrow.
But the entrance of heaven is narrow, read.
And is set in a dangerous place to fall.
It's set in a dangerous place to fall. So if you run into your lust, it's dangerous. It's damnation to yourself. Read on.
Like as if there were a fire on the right hand,
Uh-huh.
and on the left a deep water, and one only path between them both,
Uh-huh.
even between the fire and the water, so small that there could but one man go through there at once. If this city now were given unto a man for an inheritance, if he never shall pass the danger set before it, how shall he receive the inheritance? And I said,
so if you never deal with it, how you going to receive? That's why he said, prove yourselves. So you got to deal with stuff. That's why he tried Job, to make sure you can overcome. Okay, let's see if he really worthy of this. Let's see if I put him through something, if I throw something in front of him, if he going to go towards that lust, or is he going to deal with it righteously? He going to flee. He going to go to his brothers for help. He going to go to his sisters for help. But read on.
and I said, it is so, Lord. Then said he unto me, even so also is Israel's portion.
Uh-huh.
Because for their sakes I made the world.
He made the world for Israel's sakes. Read.
And when Adam transgressed my statutes, then was decreed that now is done.
Come on.
Then were the entrances of this world made narrow.
Then were the entrances made narrow.
Full of sorrow and travail.
Read.
They are but few and evil, full of perils and very painful.
He said this was full of sorrow and travail. Are we not going through that now? Because the sin that was done from our forefathers. Now we got to die in the streets, no justice. Now you see videos like this on TV. Mocking the Israelites. Read on.
For the entrances of the elder world were wide and sure, and brought immortal fruit. If then they that live labor.
Hey, go on to get to the point. Jump down to verse 20.
Verse 20.
Uh-huh.
For there be many that perish in this life, because they despise the law of God that is set before them.
Right, so a lot of people perish because they despise God. They allow Satan to come in and persuade them, overtake them, like Judas, like Lot's wife, like Job's wife, like all the times in the stories you read in the Bible, like the brother that jumped on the altar and still want to sacrifice the gods in Maccabees. They die because they won from God laws. But read on.
For God hath given straight commandments.
But at the end of the day, God gave us straight commandments. Read.
To such as came. What they should do to live. Even as they came. And what they should observe to avoid punishment.
And what we should do to, what we should observe to avoid punishment. Like Romans 15:4 said. The things are written for our learning. How to avoid punishment. Damnation. But read on.
Nevertheless, they were not obedient unto him.
We weren't obedient. Keep going.
But spake against him. And imagined vain things.
Keep going.
And deceived themselves.
So they spake against him, just like Cain, right? He probably was, he was talking to Abel like, you know, God, you should have accepted them fruit. The big old, and you know the fruit wasn't normal. It was big old juicy fruit. Them fruit, man, look at this. They spake evil against him. Imagine to kill God. But read on.
And deceived themselves.
But they deceived themselves. Keep going.
By their wicked deeds.
By their wicked deeds. Their wicked deeds. Come on.
And said of the Most High that he is not and knew not his ways.
Brother, when Satan consume you, when you allow him to work in you like that, it's over with for you. You would die. You would die. He would control your body and have you bugged out. And we'll see you tomorrow, bald-headed, scallywag, ain't got no hair in the back. Right. All like the sun. Y'all already know. That's how people gonna be out in the street. Look, we can't do that. We gotta go to God. We gotta go to the laws. All right, this is my last scripture. Go to James. What must we do? Chapter 4, verse 7.
The book of James.
Let me get there real quick. 1 second. Go ahead.
The book of James, chapter 4 and verse 7.
Come on.
Submit yourselves, therefore, to God.
So this is what we got to do. We got to submit ourselves unto God. Read.
Resist the devil.
We got to resist the devil. How you resist the devil? By going to God. I said last scripture. I'm going to come right back to it. Go to Psalms 119 and 59. Psalms 119 and 59 real quick.
Psalms chapter 119 and verse 59. I thought on my ways and turned my feet unto thy testimonies. I made haste and delayed not to keep thy commandments.
This is what we got to do. We got to think on our ways. Think on our ways and turn to God. And then he said, I made what?
I made haste and delayed not to keep thy commandments.
And that's what we got to do. That's how you, what it say? That's how you resist the devil. By, like you know how we always use this example. You see a lady in the store. And you know she in sin, got pants on, all that in a bag of hot chips, You got to run. You got to go, what? You got to hit that, what do you call it, east corner, west corner, move. South corner. Man, you got a straight up about face on that. Double time, exactly. Yeah, run. You got to run. And in fact, you don't even need to shop in the store no more. You just got, I don't even know what I need no more. I'm got him out of here. And Satan is trying me. He's trying to persuade me to look at her like that. Or look at him. Dude might come in the store with no shirt on, buff as hell. Flexing. Just flexing, super flex. Shallow. Oh, yeah, like the brother. Man, come just no shirt. Like brown sugar baby with oil all up and everything. Next, you know, y'all sisters just y'all gotta practice South Corner too. Y'all better go. If you husbands, teach your wife how to do a South Corner. Best believe they in the middle. They be battling it too, man. Just teach them. Hit that move. That's what we gotta do though. The testimony, we gotta know. Okay, the law say don't do this, don't do that. Because if I fall into this, 7 more coming. These demons coming. They already trying me. Literally, the devil is trying you at work every day. He trying you. Physically trying you. The white man that you work with next door, next to you, I deal with it. I know everybody probably deal with it. He trying you. But we got to make haste and turn to the testimony of God. We got to know, okay, the judgment for this is death. Ultimately, it's death. Let's run to God. Let's run to the laws, the commandments. Now go back. Say what? Yeah.
The book of James, chapter 4 and verse 7. Submit yourselves, therefore, to God. Resist the devil, and he will flee from you.
So the God said if you resist the devil, he going to flee from you. Now, that don't mean the devil ain't going to never come back. But remember what we read in Luke, he said, in different seasons. So now, maybe you will battle in lust this season. Next season, you may not battle that type of lust, that same type. Maybe it's a financial hit on you now. Maybe it's a different type. Most High make that yoke a little easier sometimes. But look, you got to make sure you're doing your part. You got to resist the devil. You have to resist the devil. Read on.
Verse 8. Draw nigh to God.
Go to God. Read.
And he will draw nigh to you.
And he going to be with you. So what is that saying? Because a lot of times Christians say this, man. They say what? I'm praying to God. Like I got a coworker, man. Now, I'm going to tell you, he wicked. He an older guy. But he know the Old Testament ain't done away with. He know we got to keep the laws. But he's still wicked. He really haven't learned the real understanding of it. He older guy. But, you know, he say he trying to look for a wife. He know the law on that. You can't be sleeping with nobody, this and that. And he'll say, I'm waiting on God to send me a wife. Now, we know you got to meet him halfway. You know what I'm saying? When you dealing with God, he ain't going to just be like, okay, well, I'm just going to go to him since he ain't going to come to me. No, he's proving you to see if you faithful, see if you worthy of him to come to you, to meet you the rest of the way. But you got to what? Read that again. 8.
Draw nigh to God.
But you got to draw near to him. Read.
And he will draw nigh to you.
So he can meet you halfway. So he can be there with you because God is faithful. Read on.
Cleanse your hands, ye sinners.
Cleanse your hands. Meaning that stuff you dealing with, clean it off. Clean your mind. Clear it up. Come on.
And purify your hearts, ye double-minded.
Purify your hearts, ye double-minded. All right? So that's what we must do in order for Satan to not conquer us, is run to God so he can chill with us, sup with us. Y'all understand? That's all I got.
We used to scream black power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission. Minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold. From Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana. Sierra Leone, 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.